Good morning. Happy Sunday. I hope it's a sensational Sunday and a satisfying one for you. It's been a big week, hasn't it? In our church here, we were very celebratory of the celebrating the first week after Easter. For us, we call it Pascha. And I'm sure it was a big week and changes for you after the webinars that we had. I wanted to review and I want to tell you one little story and try and be short and brief today. I wanted to review that, we talked about a lot of things this week. We talked about heroes, we talked about monsters, we talked about making a creative tension statement and working on that on a continuous basis. The one I showed you last week, I've already started to retool because of things I discovered this week and things I thought about this week. Everybody who has encouraged you to get into your journal and to do your journal and to do the things that go along with your meditation. These things have you bring a greater awareness to you. So let's review just very, very quickly. Number one is that we talked about beating the monsters and calling on the heroes. Number two, we talked about the atom and we talked about smashing the atom and how we perform so much better when we understand that when we go through crushing times and hard times, and we endure through them with the resources that are around us, we create great things and we have this great power within us. I hope you enjoyed yesterday my incarceration or seeming incarceration as we turned around the perspective of which we looked. And instead of looking through the bars, we looked into the beautiful garden and we saw the potential of what we could be, even if something that was a jail. So today in the Orthodox Church, we continue the celebration of our Pascha, and we today commemorate St. Thomas. It's where the term Doubting Thomas comes from, I imagine, because St. Thomas wasn't there when Christ first came to his disciples. But it was very interesting that now the presence of Christ reassuring his disciples, what was the first thing he greeted them with? Peace be with you. When you do these things, even these tumultuous times that we have, when you do these things that we talk about, your journaling, your exercise, your eating right, you get your mindset in perspective, you do wonderful things and you have peace. Last night in my gratitude journal, I was writing and I said, I'm so happy and blessed that I seem to not have a nervous feeling, even in my business, that we're not going to survive. I think we're going to come out of this. I'm certain we're going to come out of this better. I can already see the traits of it because I've engaged my staff through the whole time. We've been doing Zoom meetings to keep them up to date. And we're going to be a better organization when we come out. And this tumultuous time has given us the opportunity to retool ourselves, to think, to learn. I have my whole staff reading As a Man Thinketh. And each week that we have our Thursday meeting, I go through and I talk about points. I give them a phrase every day to focus on from there. So Doubting Thomas on the eighth day, when he came to the disciples, he was late getting there. He didn't see Christ. And he said he didn't believe that Christ had been there. And he said, I won't believe unless I can put my finger into the nail holes and my hand into his side. I won't believe that he was here. So the next week, the eighth day, the disciples were together again, and Christ showed up, and he said to Thomas, he said, put your hand in my nail holes and in my side. And just in seeing Christ, we never hear that he really did put his finger or his hand into Christ's body, but just in seeing, he believed. His doubt was taken away. Now, I'm not sure what it's going to take to get your doubt away when negative self-talk comes upon you or negative talk from the outside comes to you or procrastination monster or the distraction monster comes at you. But I do know this. When we get rid of the doubt, the things that we're able to do are magnificent. Thomas didn't just start to believe and say, okay, I believe Christ resurrected. You know what he did? He went out and he evangelized the portion of the world that he had, because all the apostles went in different directions after the Pentecost. He went to Iran and India, and he spread the gospel of Christ. Now, sometimes I ask myself this question. How in the world did Thomas not believe that Christ had the power to come back? Well, I guess it's because no one had ever done it before, right? But he saw all these miracles, all these lessons that Christ had taught him. So even when we're in the best understanding or the best surroundings around us, doubt's going to creep in. Don't think because we do everything right that doubt won't creep in. Understand, no matter what your surroundings are, how great they are, how enthusiastic they are, how supportive they are, doubt will find a way. Your job, excuse me, is to overcome doubt, to have faith in what you can do, and to go forward and do it. So back to the theme of the atom. Let's crush the atom. Let's go through the tough times. Let's find the power within us that we don't even know we have yet. And let's make it a great Sunday, satisfaction Sunday, sensational Sunday. And then, you know what, let's do tomorrow night. Let's get on the webinar at 7 with Phil. Let's make sure we wake up tomorrow and we see Ariel and we see Jim and we see everybody that's going to talk tomorrow. See Tammy tonight for what she's going to cook for us. Be blessed today. Forget doubt. Beat doubt. Push it back. Against all odds, push it back. Understand that we're going to be better, stronger, more positive, more powerful, and more prosperous when this is over. From Tasso Kyriakis on Tasso Talks, God bless you and be powerful today.